and all her girlfriends, they go out dressed to win. Then she comes right to the cool side of town, but she lives in my land. 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 Oh, she lives in my land. Oh, she lives in my land.
But you look so good to me as I see you. We can make beautiful music together.
I don't have it.
If only you text me
Show me how far you got.
and I text you back. I'm not trying to get your pussy, but I want your soul. We can grow together.
Maybe, yeah.
Cause old money is better than good money.
Which?
Your frame just blows my brain. And the way you work that thing when you in the front. Only the big chicken give you really what you want.
All righty. So we back, and we outside of NYC, Manhattan Court. What is the number? I'm not sure of the exact court name, but this must be City Hall, right? Yeah, let me just turn that down a little bit. Yeah, this must be outside of City Hall, downtown Manhattan, I believe. And we waiting for P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy's lawyer to come out and let folks know how it went. Did he get a shellacking in front of the judge? Did he get his bail revoked for the second time and the second day? Or did he get bail and get free, get his freedom? That would indeed be a phenomenal fact to occur for Puffy if he could get his freedom today. But Very unlikely that's going to happen, but we have to wait and see. So I hope everybody is having a good day. Otherwise, let me know how the audio is doing as well. If it's crackulating or if it's, you know, doing some other bad sounds. Give me a heads up so I can look into it. Uh, but wow, y'all, we here. Didn't take that long. Yeah, it's not looking too good for Puffy. It would be a miracle if he got his bail, but I don't think he's going to get a miracle myself. But let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Let me turn this up. Let me see.
1, 8, 9, 10, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check.
Okay, they're testing the microphone. That's great. So something's about to happen.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Anyone else? Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone's good?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, they were a woman giving tours. She lives in my building. She was laid off from the Goldman Sachs. Decided to go in good. I'm running her report. Probably fun. I've seen her a few times in the courthouse. So she's on the courthouse. Takes her tours down near the square Law and Order. Right. Yeah. Oh, right.
Alrighty. Yeah, okay, we here outside of Manhattan Court downtown waiting for Puff Daddy's lawyer to come out and address the public regarding this little matter called freedom, walking the pavement, you know, being your best, right? That's what we're talking about today. Is that going to happen for Puffy? He's been denied bail on his original day of incarceration, apprehension, which was yesterday. Uh, but today is day two in the jail, federal jail, waiting to find out if he will be granted a change in that no bail action. Yeah, so We're gonna find out. It's been a shellacking for Puffy in social media and in watching a lot of the oh my goodness, watching a lot of the media, uh social media and different personalities. um, yes, apparently Puffy has been asking for some strange things, like, that's probably not going to happen, but you got to make a motion, and the motion gets filed with the court, and so when social media get that motion, they're going to break it down, and apparently that happened, and Homeboy was, oh, thank you, Latte World, yeah, thank you very much. Um, yeah, yo, inside of the motion, it is crazy. Homeboy actually made a comment saying that he's not going to see any women. He's not going to have any women come visit him in jail for the moment. Like that's supposed to matter. Like a judge would care about that. Does that matter? I mean, and as was pointed out, dude not only has been alleged to have assaulted women, but men too. So what difference does that make? Is I don't know, but to me, it doesn't sound like things are going well for the defense. Day one didn't get off to a good start. I mean, look, if you're a lawyer, the main job of that lawyer on day one is to get you out of jail. That didn't happen. It's day two now. So they're working on a deficit, you know, and damn, so I don't even know what the conditions are of the particular jail that he's in. Is this just lockup downtown Manhattan? Is this the regular lockup? Just central? What is it? Central booking? Is this central book? What? Because if it's inside of that court, I don't know how many of y'all have been locked up in New York, but that place take about 72 hours to go through. Really, if you just the average Joe, I mean, it could take you 48 hours to 72 hours just to get through there. Well, I don't know about it today, but I know in the 90s that was the case. Um, if this is central booking downtown, now, if not, please let me know. But in any case, the man's freedom is up for grabs again. The dice is getting rolled. A motion went in. The judge, said, "Okay, I'll take this matter up 3 o'clock on the following day." It's 3:30, and we waiting. So, yeah. So those of you that are rooting for Puffy, cross your fingers. Those of you that's not, then do like I'm doing. For me, I'm not. I don't wish the man bad, but I think for his best interest, being incarcerated, his health might be a good idea. He doesn't seem like he's in self control. It doesn't seem that way. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Maybe he's doing very well. Maybe he's, you know, in control right now, where he wants to be. I doubt it though. I think he's where he is because he lacked a lot of control and it's been exhibited. So hope he gets some help, man. But apparently, the judge has looked at who he is, the things he's been alleged of doing, um, the the idea that he could possibly find out how to threaten witnesses, that he has the means to run if he wanted to, or possibly would. Yeah, I guess the judge didn't want to risk it, but 24 hours later, the good thing about this land is that you can say, hey, I want to get a second judge to hear on that and try to appeal it. And they got that fast. So I think in that way, he's got things are happening, things are moving. The question is the man going to get out or not? And if he doesn't get out, he's going to be stuck. Now, let me ask y'all this. What do you think about Puffy's condition, like his mind state? Do you think that the fact that he's been alleged to be a drug addict, using drugs, that he will go, or he might be going through some serious detox right now, like being locked up. I could imagine you free, you living your best life, you doing all the terrible drugs they tell people don't do, you become an addict, you're doing it, nobody can tell you no because you got all the money and the means to get it, and then all of a sudden you locked up. You want to get out. You can't get the drugs. I'm thinking a drug addict is going, pretty soon it's going to hit them that they ain't going to have no drugs no more, or they're going to start sweating. They're going to start feeling the concrete, the bars, claustrophobia, the mental effects are going to kick in. I can imagine, and that's that might be something he's going through. Um, I know. I would think I would be. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had that kind of had, not even if I had the kind of life Puffy has, just my own life, being free, being able to wake up, go outside, have a nice walk, enjoy the weather, go see some things, do some things, and then all of a sudden you just can't do that. Now you got to wait, and you might not even get out. That's got to be very distressing situation to be in. So yeah, we're gonna see about it. We're gonna see about it. But let me see. I'm not sure. Well, what's the time? It should be 3:52. So they've been there. Let me do one thing. Double check this and see if I'm gonna screen up. Let me see if I missed something earlier. Did they arrive? Were they there already when the cameras went on? We live for the ghetto. Feeling me. Hey, Andrea. Oh, if you're living in this prison and you're feeling me. If you're locked up in central booking and you're feeling me. You know Popo. Uh-huh. In the ghetto. Bad times. Same rhyme. Punchline. It's just the same old game. In the ghetto. All right, they have come out and checked the microphones already, so they're preparing for an announcement. We did see that much. We did get to hear the guy testing the mics for the media, so an announcement is about to happen. Yeah, I'm listening to that is Backyard Band in the background. Backyard Band, local go-go band from Washington, D.C., in case you have not heard before. Oh, right. In other news, while we waiting for this, there's been more shenanigans. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, this is Trump MAGA news. We talking. Um, she just made a reference to Kamala Harris that's so disgusting, so so sick, just so lame. Um, yeah, people should check it out. Yeah, it's disgusting, but it is up on one of my shorts. It's she made a reference to her like trying to insinuate that she don't have her own kids and therefore you know how she thinks is going to be affected by that. She won't be as humble as a person with kids. Yes, Sarah Huckabee Sanders said that. That is so sickening, but personal. I mean, do you all think politics? Uh, what's in your best interest is to hear personal attacks like that, like just somebody say something like you know, one of these gross things. Who's your great grandmother? You know, insinuate. Uh, I don't know anything. They've been saying so many bizarre things, and the bizarre thing is that they're not really shocking things. Things that are bad. It's just they're personal. So when you see Trump's campaign use those things, it just becomes a little shocking because you don't expect it. You would expect they're going to focus on policy and things like that, but no, that's not always the case. Well, that's not the case this time around. But yeah, so that's one of the things. And then I think they say Trump is tripling down on his claims about Springfield, Ohio, and the Haitians. Yeah, the Haitian community there being under attack by Donald Trump and his comments about them. Officials say the Haitian community is very hardworking in Springfield and that they've improved the city and that they're taking jobs that otherwise wouldn't have been fulfilled and or couldn't get fulfilled before, and that the Haitian community is a welcome community in Springfield. And then Donald Trump says the opposite. He says you know, and JD Vance, they say that they're eating people's cats and ducks and geese and things like that. Is that the type of politic that you would prefer to hear about or to see, to witness? Or would you prefer to hear politicians speak eloquently about the things that affect you in the society? Yeah, not the fact that somebody else maybe can't have kids or somebody else's great granddaddy is, you know, born in Jamaica or something like that, you know, because you can't do anything about those things. But you can do something about policy that affects your town, your state. Like, do you want federal assistance for paid schools for all kids in you know in a certain grade or below, or do you want something like that? Do you want easier access to child care? Do you want tax write off for child care up to $6,000, or do you not want that? Do you want it to stay at 4,000, or do you want it to be capped at 2,000? What's your view on that? It doesn't seem like Trump's campaign is spending a lot of time on those kind of issues, and it's just veering off and towards you know who somebody's great grandparents are, or something like that that you can't really do much with. Even if they are, it's just like, okay, um, yeah. But in any case, a few minutes, we're expecting something. It is right now. It's 4 o'clock, so they've been in there half an hour. The hearing officially started at 3:30. It is now 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, USA, and Manhattan time. Uh, and I guess this is central booking, I believe, in Manhattan courts. Let me double check that again for you all. Yeah. So let me turn the music back up. I'll be right back.
sis. Sweet Patrice, say what? Patrice, we miss you, baby. Know you like cook food, girl. We'll never forget you. We wish you was here with us. This for you, hold up, girl. Say what? Patrice, 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 Patrice. one's for you. Wait for trees. Seven tell the honeys. We love you the most, baby. Yeah, it's all.
Actually, things on ice right now. People are waiting. I was just checking out some reporting going on from multiple sites, right? And multiple news media outlets. And apparently, it's folks, loads of folks. You can't see them right now. The cameras aren't facing them, but it's loads of folks outside. Media, I believe, mainly, obviously, but it's a lot of folks outside. So waiting this announcement. So that is that's interesting. How relevant and how the world, in some kind of small, tiny, significant way, folks want to know what the deal is about this today. You know, it's actually a serious day because regarding justice for women in this regard, like harassment or just, I mean, Puffy, he makes it painfully obvious that just harassment, workplace, at work environment is a big thing to want to address. Unions, what workers' rights? What are the rights of a worker, of an employee? You know, but sexual harassment, uh, yeah, I believe overall this case that's one of the things that's centered to it culturally. Just the idea that this kind of harassment has gone on regularly in the music industry. Nothing has ever been done about it. It's like it's just like a free for all industry where they almost like they make up all the rules themselves. Oversight, I think Congress need to dig into the music industry, just like they're doing the live music industry. They are. I believe Live Nation is under indictment too for some rap, serious crimes. Together with Ticketmaster, that's a big scandal. But the federal government is pressing them right now and has indicted them. And but this is on the other side, the production record label side of it. And as you can see, apparently to make music, you got to be involved with all kinds of crazy stuff. Or, yeah, that's what it was about. You I guess you get used to those things. And these celebrities, Lord knows how I mean, can you imagine how many parties Diddy has had and how many just other parties like that exist? How normal or is this environment in entertainment, in the entertainment industry in general? It seems like a lot of spooky things happen in the entertainment industry. Like for example, what's the guy that was what's the lady's name? She had a talk show called Ellen, right? Ellen DeGeneres, right? And she had a DJ that just suddenly one day he committed or took his own life, excuse me. Yeah. And don't y'all think that was kind of suspicious just from one day to the next? Like, why? And nobody suspected it. But in the entertainment industry, you hear these things sometimes. Like in the music industry, you hear people taking their lives, right? People that otherwise seem very happy, married people, people with kids or families, or things like this. Um, Successful people, then all of a sudden, you know, something is happening. And could it be that, that industry has just been so wild, people have had to live with things like this for a long time? I mean, I hate to speculate, and I am just speculating, but let me know what y'all think about that, your thoughts on that in general about the industry. Is this behavior just kind of expected in the industry, or is it, more isolated than anything else? All right, let me see. Let me turn the mic up here and see what the deal is. The audio, excuse me.
Here, there you go.
For those of you all that don't know, uh, Puff Daddy is facing 15 years to life, pretty much, if convicted of these crimes. I don't know the exact details behind each crime, uh, but what is this? But yeah, but something like that, 15 to life, and he's been denied bail yesterday, as of yesterday, the day he was reprimanded, right? And so today there's been issued an appeal for that date. This is, and we're waiting to find out the verdict of the appeal just on that decision, whether he's allowed to go home and wait for the trial to come, or does he have to stay behind bars while he's waiting for the trial to come? And as you could imagine, that's a big difference in your life, how your life, your day to day plays out. And also, I would imagine it would change, his thinking too, because let's say if you was P Diddy and you're locked up right now, you're like, damn, I'm locked up. I'm really not feeling it. I want to get out. That's probably going to lead you to want to make a deal as soon as possible. But going home and being free, that may not speed the process up. That may. So I think the court, they should consider that. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the cold reality. If you let the man out, he's gonna take his time thinking it through. Behind bars, that will give him the extra incentive to try to get this case to a conclusion. Uh, yeah, yeah. And for the victims of crimes like this, everybody is watching. Everybody is watching. They're all watching right now, and they want to see a sign about the future. Is this stuff going to be tolerated? Is this just going to be the norm? Is he going to get a slap on the wrist? And or are things going to change? So I think for a lot of people, that's what him being given bond or denied bail would be about. Come down to yeah. So, but it looks like something's about to happen. I see the cameraman aim the camera at the door. Like they want to see people come directly out this door. So that looks like a good shot. Uh, but is that the correct door? Yes, apparently so. Look, yeah, it is. Okay, people are coming up. All right. So any case, let me see what else I can find in the internal. Be right back, y'all.
I was just ducking for you guys. Oh, man.
You're quite hostile. You're quite hostile. You're quite hostile. You're quite hostile.
Number 10, 9 for wine. We're going to take one and be right back. Time to warm this thing up. Hold up. Trying to make this live CD tonight. What we gonna do? Grab on one boy. One tape it up. One tape it up. MC.
Alrighty. Yes, I've just been out doing a little bit of checking, and they still in this courtroom. So that is very, very interesting. I don't know if maybe it started a little late, but this would make it an hour right now. So yeah, we will see, but I think an hour would be just about it uh, for arguments and for ruling. Um, but maybe it takes a little longer. Let's see. Let's see. Obviously, something is about to happen, but everybody is in fact waiting, and I've been checking around. So we're not just looking at this screen for no reason, waiting for while the camera's looking at the stairs and the door, looking like we're waiting. We are actually waiting. So yeah, I just wanted to give that little update. Uh, I hope everybody is doing well and that the day is going well. It is, what is it? That would be 4:25 uh, Eastern Standard Time, USA. Yes, and in Central European Time, that is 10:26 p.m. Yes. Well, it's been an interesting day. The world has not stopped spinning, however, regarding Puff Daddy and his shenanigans. Yes, there's still war going on in Gaza, you could say, Israel and Gaza war. Um, there's still conflict going on in Sudan, which is maybe even more of a disaster. Um, then there's also the Congo, but there's places strife. There's Ukraine right now. Yeah, the world is still turning. Things are still doing what they do. Earth is earthing. People are peopling. Yes, and as we see here, Puff Daddy is Puff Daddying. He's doing what he do, and what it do for Puff Daddy is, he's waiting for bail, hoping to get bail. Puff Daddy's hoping to get, and for the victims, who are many apparently, allegedly, they're hoping he stays locked up. Um, I don't know what your views are. Let me know how you feel about that. I mean, do you think he should be locked up? until his trial is finished, or do you think he should be given a chance? I should have put that question up in the chat, but maybe I should take care of that right now. I will. Let me see here. Da, da, da. Let me get over to this chat and see what it does. Ready? All right, here we go. A poll. So, do you think Puffy should be set free? If you think Puffy should be set free, then click yes, obviously. And if you don't, click no. Let me see. Do you think Puffy should be set free? I have to click no for sure. I don't. I think that would not be the best move. Wouldn't be a wise decision for the court. But nonetheless, we still waiting for the court. So, yeah. It's been an hour now. No, coming in 1 minute, it will be an hour exactly. So that folks have been waiting. The hearing started at 3:30 today, 3:30 in the afternoon, and so now it's been 1 hour. It's 4:30 in 1 minute, and so things should be coming to some sort of conclusion, and we should be getting an announcement. Now, I know. What do you think the wildest thing that could happen? What is that in this case? We think the options are they could come out and say he's not going to get bail, or they're going to come out and say he is going to get bail. Okay, and within that margin, what's the wildest thing that could happen? Let's say he got bail, home arrest. What do y'all think about that? Could that turn out to be bad? Could it turn out to be good? Is that something that he deserves? Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me see here. But it's coming. So now it's an hour exactly. So it is 4:30 EST time in downtown Manhattan. So yeah, they've been in there 1 hour. We gonna see. It should be any second. But daggone, speed it up, everybody. Come on, Judge. The world wants to know. The trolls need feeding, and the judge has to know that. The judge has to know it. The internet has to internet today. I wonder how many people in the world are following this case right now live. I wonder, is it a 10 million? Is it 20 million? Is it 100 million? I mean, I wonder. I suspect it would be maybe 50 million today. 150 million might be covering this worldwide. 100 million. That would be a good thing to probe, actually. I'm sure this is one of the most popular news cycle stories of the day, that's for sure. And it's also a good break from the election cycle a little bit, although shit is happening daily on the election cycle. As of the last 24 hours, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, I believe that's her last name, she made some horrendous statement regarding Kamala Harris and just about her being a woman, not having children, she made it seem like women without children who haven't had children don't know what humility is. That's her statement. As a matter of fact, let me go play that for y'all real quick, so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. This is the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. She said that, and it's hard to digest. It's hard to digest it, but here, let me click over to this 2 seconds so you can see what I'm seeing. And now I think y'all can see this. Here it is. This is what I'm talking about.
You can walk into a room like this where people cheer when you step onto the stage, and you might think for a second that you're kind of special. Then you go home and your kids remind you very quickly you're actually not that big of a deal. So my kids keep me humble. Unfortunately, Kamala Harris doesn't have anything keeping her humble.
Hey, Kristen, listen to this.
So
You can walk.
there you have it. There you have it. And that is a sickening thing. That is so sickening to hear. Actually, to hear another woman progress to spread that type of logic is really disgusting. It's disgusting, there's many women that for one reason or another don't have children for all kinds of good reasons, and they're just dehumanizing women she literally said, if you don't have children, you don't have something to go home to be humble that can humble you. Can you believe that this is what that lady said? How stupid is that? Like, the only thing that can humble you is your kids. That's it. That's all you can find to humble you. And if you don't have that as a woman, you don't have nothing to humble you. And what the hell does that have to do with policy? Nothing. Zero to do with policy. But this is the type of stuff they're out there saying today in the political world where we all pay taxes. So I hope all of you are going to vote since you're loyal taxpayers. Don't get ignorant and then not be loyal about voting. Shit, if it was the other way around, I could understand it, but no, it's not. It's not. You pay your taxes, so you may as well vote on how your money gets spent. To me, that's what it ultimately comes down to. But on this day right now, we're dealing with one thing at a time. And today is Puffy's day. It's his day to shine. What if, I know what's going to happen here. There's going to be some meme cartoons out there, cartoon videos with Puff Daddy in court, or Puff Daddy and Mace in court, or, all of that bad boy stuff. They're going to make a mockery of it, jokes about him leaving the courtroom. I mean, it's only going to take 24 hours, and that's what I believe we should expect to see that in social media. But yeah, on the real, they taking a while now. It is now 1 hour and 6 minutes that they've been in this hearing about the bail to find out if the bail is going to be reset, or if he's going to stay remanded and and locked down until the court hearing, or at least until his court date trial, or at least until they set up another hearing on the bail. That could be at any time. They can set up as many as they want. There's no particular rules about it that prohibit it. So it could happen a few times in this leading up to this trial. But usually the particular judge is going to decide. So this is being appealed, that decision. And what happens in this appeal, I believe it should probably settle the matter. I don't think they're going to get up to Supreme Court. But like I said, people with money, think about if he was free. If he was free, wouldn't he be trying anything to slow down the court, right? Processing of anything, just like Trump. Trump used a lot of money slowing the courts down. Um, to be behind bars and do it is totally different than to be free and slowing the court down through technicalities or you know these appeals. Um, yeah, although this one seems to have happened pretty quickly because they got a hearing for it the next day. Um, yeah. Plus, Puffy ain't got that type of money. He got a little bit of money, but he doesn't have long lasting money to fight out cases like this, like Trump do. Trump got a whole machine. He's raising money for his campaign and spending that money on his court hearings. So Trump right now is, yeah, he's out there, but he's trying his damn best. Not that his damn best is going to be enough or worth a damn, but he's definitely trying, and so I'll give him that. Imagine how many people would have quit already. It's one thing to have a horrible plan; it's another thing to be a quitter. But in this case, with Trump's plan, you know, you have to ask what guy doesn't quit. What makes him go on? To me, there's something else going on. He got to be extorted or something. What makes a man risk his everything about his life um, to do the impossible? Yeah, but if you ask Trump, that's who he is. But in any case, here we go. Back to Puffy. What's the deal? Let me do one more round here and see if there's any other word out besides people waiting. 2 seconds. Okay. Second attempt at freedom.
If you don't know what arcade is, you are in for a treat. It's a powerhouse of a plugin. Absolutely incredible
Oh,
plugin to use for.
sorry about that. Let me see here. No, everybody is still waiting. Everybody is still waiting, of course. Yeah. Well, it's just over an hour, 10 minutes, something like that, that the hearing has been going on. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit more time, but we're sitting here ready with everybody else. Hope your day is going well. Um, take your time, get your popcorn. Uh, it's either going to be humiliation and defeat, or for Puffy, or it's going to be a huge victory for him. One or the other. Uh, yeah, and I doubt very seriously it's going to be the positive, the upside, the celebration and release of Sean Puffy Combs. I doubt that very seriously, but it's the judge's own findings in this case. The judge is the one that's got to make the call. But the appeal hearing is happening right now, and we're going to find out if they're going to change something about his being denied bail. He offered $50 million. I don't know how. I think they said through the sale of a house or the court could take the house. But what we found out is that no, this is a federal case. The feds can take all your shit anyway. Um, the feds can take everything Puffy has, everything, anything that you got through ill gains, through improper, through your criminal activity, anything you got, they can take, and if you're guilty. So this is not a good thing for his family, for his kids, for him at all, you know, which kind of shows you like the extent people will go when they need help. I mean, there's some people that make an argument that, Puffy, if he got help, he would have been a good person, a better person, or blah blah blah. Okay, sure, that's the case. That's always the case, but you're always the person that decides that yourself too, and he's the person that decided not to get that help really, and to just continue. And I guess power corrupts, ultimate power corrupts, and Puffy, it appears that he was a one man wrecking ball, no one to question him. He had things set up around him to where he's like a king, basically. Very similar to Trump, by the way. I mean, I'm not saying he don't have any talent though, or he didn't have any intelligence, but um, this kind of thing with abusing people is definitely a sickness. Like this man, it is my opinion that the man is sick, criminally sick, but still sick. Um, like he's treats people poorly when he started that, and why he does that, where that's coming from, the history of that, his personal story, I have no clue. But the man is known for treating people pretty badly. And you've seen that before in life. Everybody's had some friend or some associate or someone that they knew that was a jerk, and but yet people people would do things for that jerk to get stuff, favors and stuff like that. And so that jerk just grew into be a bigger jerk. Puffy seems like that type of story. Like if it wasn't so many butt kisses, this would not be the case. But there are. And yeah, now it explodes in everybody's face. Who would imagine that the producer of your of the soundtrack of your youth, even your 20s, your early 20s, would be in this situation? Because Bad Boy, they produced a lot of music and a lot of hits. I mean, um Biggie Smalls, uh who else? What is it? The Locks also, right? I think the Locks came out of there. Who else is Queen? What's that? Little Kim. uh but also Puffy produced a lot of music for a lot of R&B artists. Probably way more R&B artists came out of Bad Boy 2 than even rappers, maybe. But they consistently had good R&B and good hip hop or good rap over the years for decades. So to just see that the person behind that business, to find out that they were rotten to the core and treating people that way. I mean, you never suspect that people could go through so much. And when you see that situation from the outside, you think like, they're special. I wish I could get in with that group. And then you find out that group, they get knocked upside the head, molested, date raped, having people drop pills, taking pictures of you, all kinds of stuff, extortion. You find out those are not the lucky people at all. Those aren't the lucky people at all. Look at Cassie. I mean, who wants to be on national TV showing getting your butt whooped, like treated like a rag doll, and you in a way to where you would have to suspect that it wasn't the first time. It's just got caught on tape, you know, um, by the way she was behaving. If you ask me, like she was in total fear, but also used to the idea that she seemed like she knew what to do, cover up, how to anticipate his movements a little bit, but But yeah, it just goes to show you it wasn't all glam. It wasn't all glitz. She was getting beat down and and made to do acts with sex workers. It almost makes it sound like a profession when you call it that, sex workers, but with people that sell their body for money. Um, and yeah, that's a rough industry, especially for a spiritual person, because I'm a spiritual person myself, so that idea disgusts me. It disgusts me, but people have the right to do what they want with their own bodies. But this was what was described in his records, in his court records, is beyond people wanting to do stuff. I mean, he's drugging people. That's coercion. Using violence, threats, intimidation, that's coercion. That's not people's free will anymore. So Puffy has found himself in a good amount of trouble. Yeah, let me see. What time is it? All right. So it's been an hour and 20 minutes. Um, Let me just do a little checking real quick. Let me see here. All right. Yeah, no, everybody is still waiting. Everybody's still waiting. Um, yeah, this matter is not going to go away so quickly, but everybody is still waiting, and it is what it is. I guess the court is doing a thorough job, and the attorneys are doing a thorough job arguing back and forth. It seems like there must be a lot of discussion and arguing, and yeah, there's some stuff being presented to make this case on both sides in this appeal. So it looks pretty like it's like whatever the attorneys are doing is a lot right now. In other words, the matter wasn't wrapped up so quickly. An hour over an hour. In my view, it's an hour and 20 minutes. It's an indication. It's starting to be an indication that a good amount of argumentation is being presented in the hearing, and it's taking some time. And there's only so much time you can use on this matter. So whatever time they're using, it's not just for the hell of it. It's it has some some matter in this case. So yeah, if time is an indication, it seems like they're doing a lot of discussing. So it doesn't necessarily mean that there's been any change, but the court and the attorneys are doing their job, doing their due diligence on both sides, and I guess the court is just trying to be thorough as possible. Yeah, because you can't, if you make mistakes, the matter one simple thing like this can just go on and on and on. But yeah, let me see. I'll go back and check a few things. I'll be right back.
If you ain't funkin' and you don't know how, say Shady Groove's gonna show you how. Just move your feet or get out your seat. You got to listen to the sounds of the funky beat. The The first thing that we like to say, when you grooving with us, we like to say, to the big brother Smitty and Wood, to everybody from out of Wakefield, to the sweet lady Linda and Lily, hit me one time, fellas, where we like to say, to the big brother Shine and Tony, to the big brother Griffith and Bird, to everybody from TCQ. One time, fellas. Where we like to say.
All right. Apparently, right now over the net, there's some person inside of the courtroom that has been making some commentary about what is going on. And let me see. I guess it's someone with the username. It's on Twitter. Someone with the username Inner City Press at Inner City Press. Uh, let me see. I believe this is the they're discussing cases where people got to go home. Agnifilo is the person's name. He had, or the case. He had a case in New York in 1999. He came to court every time. He shows it. Yeah, so they're giving cases where certain people have been allowed to get bond that were serious, had serious charges, and came back to court. So they're, yeah, okay. So like I was saying, they're doing their due diligence. Um, they are discussing these matters, and I guess the defense had to make the case that this is not so strange. It's happened before. Certain persons or have been allowed to go home with more serious cases, and I guess the prosecution has to make their argument against that, and then there will be the judge that makes the ruling. But there has been that much. That's all that's been discussed in the last hour. I haven't seen one other slight report, and people have been discussing that little tidbit for a minute. Let me see. Is there something else here? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, damn. Do they have the affidavit out? I mean, hold on. Do they have the actual court record? Hold on. Let me see something. Am I seeing this right? Yeah, they are citing many different cases. Uh, the defense is, and they're discussing it with the prosecution. Historic cases where people have been allowed to go home, or what has happened, good or bad. And then let me see. Civil lawsuit. Let me see. Uh, Agnifilo, member of that band, as counsel stated at yesterday's bailing hearing. This is the furthest thing from witness obstruction I can think of. Okay. And so someone with the exact point of view of the civil plaintiff comes forward and says, in essence, and this is, I thought it was a soft, respectful statement. And the statement was, I'm not taking away her experience. That wasn't mine. That wasn't my experience. She is entitled to her experience. I was there. That's not what I saw. That's not what I saw. That's two witnesses having divergent recollection of similar events. And I expect this trial is going to feature exactly that. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's why we have criminal trials and civil trials. Okay, the proposed package will address the government's stated concerns for witnesses. Okay, so the government is prepared. Their arguments are prepared. So this is interesting what's going on. Okay, second, government argued that when the female depicted in the video filed a 35-page civil lawsuit in November 2023 against Mr. Combs, and Mr. Combs publicly responded by saying, I did not do any of the awful things alleged, that these denials were further attempts by him to obstruct justice and prevent the truth of this event from being known. To be clear, preventing the truth of an embarrassing event in which Mr. Combs is caught on videotape in an alleged assault is not obstruction of justice. Let me see. Yeah, the gravement of the civil lawsuit was not misdemeanor assault, which is at most what is depicted in the recording, but sex trafficking. He denied it then. He denies it now. He will deny. Okay, so yeah, let me move a little bit more. The government has further argued that detailed evidence of freak-offs in the form of travel records, communication, hotel records, witnesses, and videos. To be clear, the defendant's companies, through this very counsel, has produced many of these travel records to the government to punish the defendant for complying with the process, specifically producing travel records, because such travel records have corroborated witnesses' stories is mind boggling. The government further argues that their investigation has yielded evidence of numerous assaults against female victims and other individuals. The proposed package will address the government's concern here, as Mr. Combs will agree to not have any female non family visitors to his house and his security. Yeah, apparently these things what's been written and submitted to the court, and then they have to go through it in person, argue out different aspects, but this is the core of it, of their appeal, right? That's what I was just reading from the actual appeal, and this is what's being argued in the court. And if you ask me, it's laughable. Like, I don't see how the appeal is going to work, because of the videotape. The videotape shows that the man was out of control. You can just take whatever they were doing on that night, which is what they both admit to doing, drinking, right? Probably some drug activity. And then he behaves this way also. It kind of shows you that hmm, that's going to be hard to restrain uh, if it's out of your own sight. And he was able to do a lot of this stuff in secret, even though it keeps secrets by paying people off. And so when you release him, he will be released to his own devices. And then the defense is trying to argue that, oh no, it's okay, Your Honor. This has happened before. They let certain people go home and do this, and with him it will be no different. He won't have any women coming to see him. Women, man, he's been doing vile stuff, alleged to have done vile things to men too. They're like talking about he's not gonna have any women coming in. Are you gonna be able to slip drugs in? Is what they want to know. Drugs, weapons, women. Who said anything about women, dude? You it could be men too, apparently. He is a out of the open bisexual, Sean Puffy Combs is. So I mean, I don't know why they wrote that. Who wrote that? Who wrote that? In any case, that's part of the appeal I was reading from, and yeah, and they in the courtroom arguing right now. It is over this hearing that started at 3:30. It is now 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in New York City. Um, it's been an hour and a half. This hearing, right? Uh, the um, what the heck is this called? The appeal to the bail hearing, right? I'm sorry. The appeal to the bail hearing been going on for an hour and a half and 2 minutes, and it seems to be an exciting one, although we don't know all of what they're arguing, but we get the premise of it because the appeal was filed, and so people get to read the appeal. So the appeal's out there on the internet, and I was just reading from it. I'm gonna drop a link to it, the whole document, in a minute. But yeah, I hope everybody's day is going well. Um, Let me know where y'all from too, if it's any new listeners, and yeah, what part of the globe you're from, and also what your thoughts are about Sean Puffy Combs and this case he's fighting here, or will be fighting. Yeah, which is racketeering. What else? Trafficking, different things, drugs, and weapons primarily. Um, yeah, yeah, it doesn't look good, but hey. Okay, oh, let me see something. Andrea's here. I had to step away, so he's trying to get out on bail. Yeah, he's trying to get out on bail, Andrea. That's what this is, a appeal hearing. The judge denied him bail yesterday, and so they appealed it to another judge, and so they're in arguing that appeal right now. And yeah, the appeal, the filing has been released on the request has been released on the internet. So I was just reading from that, but they're in the court right now arguing it, and it's been an hour and a half, basically hour and a half and 4 minutes. They've been arguing this in front of a judge, so it seems like a good hearing is happening. An hour and a half, I would think that would be relevant amount of time, a significant amount of time. It's not a small amount of time. So let's see here, right? And so it looks like some arguments are being made, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not moved by it myself. I mean, it could take 2 hours, and you could still get a yes or a no. So we don't know much, but it is taking some time. So apparently, the prosecution and the defense have prepared themselves to argue this appeal out thoroughly. So we will see. I mean, Puffy got a little bit of money, but this would be what probably the most significant thing that could happen for him in his case, like to be free. I don't see Puffy as being able to psychologically handle prison. Um, Not that many people would, but he does not seem like the type that would handle it well at all. He's used to his freedom. He's used to running wild. And to all of a sudden go to that, to being in chains, locked into a small cell, uh, 24 hours a day or 23 hours a day, you know, I'm sure he's got to be crying to get the hell out. Uh, I'm pretty sure. Um, Let me see something here. Did they consider him to be a flight risk? Well, the initial judge did. Yeah, yeah. She considered him to be a lot of, the problematic behavior, the fact that he was able to do all of this stuff in secret before. So releasing him could possibly allow him to do it again. And so the defense has to make a case against that. How, that won't be possible this time, Your Honor. But it appears that that's what they've been mentioning in the or attempted to mention, or open the door for that dialogue in the court today, that in the paperwork that they filed to the court for the appeal. So it looks like that's their argumentation, but we will see. Did they consider him to be a flight risk? Yes, yes, or a person that could be a danger to the community also. But I would consider him to be a flight risk too. And I think Puffy, if I'm allowed to guess, I would say I think he was thinking about running, but he just thought about it too late. Um, he thought about it too late. He should have thought about it before they raided his homes. Why did he wait for that? To me, Yeah. But to me, I think he was thinking about running and just waited. And he got some advice that once they raid your home, they on you, man. You that you might try to run, but they gonna catch you running, you know. And and I think they, Puff Daddy got people spying on him in his own entourage to the feds. So his movements will be he would be a hard person to suddenly not know where he's at, you know. So I think after they raided his homes, they knew where he was at 24/7, constantly. The FBI. That's what I believe, but who knows? But but yeah. In any case, they got him. He didn't run, and but I think if they release him, that's all they're doing. They would be giving this guy a chance to run. I don't see any reason why he would want to be in jail right now, and why jail wouldn't be like just so extreme of an exchange, in his life. Why wouldn't he run? Why wouldn't Puffy run? You know, what's in it for him? What's in it for him to stay? Oh my goodness. What is in it for Puffy? What's in it for him to stay locked up? Is there any incentive to be convicted of this crime, or is there an incentive to run? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where are these people at? It's okay. Hour and 40 minutes. Hour and 40 minutes, y'all. They've been in that courtroom arguing. We just waiting for who knows. We're waiting for his attorney to come out and make an announcement. We're waiting for possibly Puffy to come dancing down the stairs. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you never know. Um, we're waiting to get a statement about this appeals on his bond, on his bail, and it should be coming any minute. It should be coming any minute, y'all. They've been in there an hour and 40 minutes. It appears they've been doing a good amount of discussing. Oh, the camera's zooming in. Could we be expecting something? I think so. I think it's about to get hot, y'all. Please share, like, and subscribe. Uh, but share too. But oh my goodness, it's people coming out this courtroom. So let me get the audio ready. Alrighty.
Which mic?
All right. It
This
appears
one?
they're about to come
Yeah,
out.
that's how.
As the saying goes, you can run, but you can't hide. Nope, you cannot. You can run, but you cannot hide. Indeed. Not for these people. Okay, they're coming out, y'all. Guess what? Somebody released some information from in the court, and guess what, y'all? The word is that he has been denied. That's the word. Somebody in the court has released the information, and I guess you can see people coming out now. And the word is that the judge just denied it. So I guess the lawyer is going to come out. His attorney is going to come out and give an official statement to the press in about a minute or two or three or four. But the word is from inside of the court. It's been leaked that Puffy has been denied bail for a second time. So that is a big event. And we just waiting to get official confirmation, but that apparently is the case. Um, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad I had these other channels open just watching to see. I know there was somebody in the court leaking information, so I've just been trying to stay up to date with that, and that is breaking news. Puffy has been denied. His lawyer is about to come out and explain why he got denied, and yeah, and so and we will have a little discussion then. Um, yeah, maybe I'm going to open the panel up. Who knows? I'm going to open the panel up. I'm pretty sure. But until then, I'm going to turn the audio up, let this run so we can see it in real time. Make sure I don't miss any of this, and I will be right here with y'all. Yes, that's right. Breaking news. Puffy has been denied. He's been denied, denied, and denied. And we're just waiting for the official word by the attorney. Um, and they will be leaving the courtroom in a minute. I guess they're inside of the hall. But they're coming out. They're coming out. social media is blowing up right about now. The word seems to be going around, and we're about to get the official word from the attorney. But as predicted, it appears Sean Puffy Combs has been denied bail a second time. And we're that's the word from inside of the courtroom. That's the word that's circulating on social media outlets right now as it's ongoing. And apparently they're all outside of the main courtroom, and people will be coming out any moment. But yeah, that if this, we got to get the official word, but being denied a second time is a defeat for Puffy. Uh, that means his lifestyle and all the things that he's been accustomed to having, he's not going to have, and he's going to be forced to recognize and acknowledge that every single day from this moment forth. And I think psychologically, what that's got to do, that's got to be a very big letdown when you had your hopes up that you could get out. To a narcissist, I'm not a doctor, so I don't, officially know, but from research, um, it seems like what would happen to a narcissist in this moment where they can't escape. That's when reality might start setting in for the first time. And I predict that's what's going on with Puffy. Like, he did have hope that he could get out somehow. He did have a plan. His lawyers talked about it, but I think his lifestyle. He made all the wrong moves, and even up to the end, and he argued that he's been doing it correctly. Like, this argument that he came to New York to turn himself in. If you don't have any official documentation of that, then what is that? Just another excuse, a way to spin the argument to make it seem like he's a good person and it's them that's making the mistake. He came to turn himself in, and then they went and arrested him to stop him from being able to get bail. Yeah, that's the story. Nah. The real story is more likely that dude did all of these things. He is out of control. Um, the police did investigate him. They did find these things, guns, drugs, and evidence of other crimes. And they caught him red-handed. And when you're out of control and you get caught red-handed, you know, this is the reality. You get remanded and you lose everything. And to make it clear, in this case, the feds, if any way that you profited, any profiting that you made while you were doing any of these things, man, they can take anything you gained from your crime. They can take it from you. That means your property, your assets, everything, and so it's not just jail time. They can take your shit, all of it, like nobody else could. They can take it all. And is if there's any left, if there's any left, if he hasn't made some other deal, who knows, to try to save whatever pennies he has left before they take it all. I mean, I don't know. We definitely going to find out. Sean Puffy Combs' story is going to be front page news from now till whenever the trial is set and that date is over. And then months after that, we're still going to be hearing about it. And who knows, there could be other charges for other crimes. You never know. Are these people coming out? Yeah, but there could be more charges. You never know with Puffy. He's alleged by many to have done stuff. Um, yeah, yeah. But let me know your thoughts. If you don't think Puffy is a crazy, raving lunatic, speak your mind. That's also okay too. But Yeah, but my view is that now he's just out there, probably big ego, drugs, rock and roll. Always people have made excuses for him being successful. Don't want to take a black man down, that kind of thing. And it's natural to want your own, not your own, but those closest to you to succeed, members of your community. That's a good thing. But when you give it bad behavior a pass, I do believe it creates this kind of situation here. And I think that's a byproduct of it, and it can be dangerous for the public. Persons like this get power, and they can be dangerous. And as what's been alleged is Puffy has treated people very badly and has done some dangerous things. There's one accusation where they say he blew up or he paid someone to try to blow up someone's car over some situation with Cassie, one rapper that was trying to date her, and not even date her, just met her. It wasn't even dating, and Puffy got jealous, and that's what's alleged, and had somebody blow the guy's car up. I forget the rapper's name, but yeah, that story's been alleged. Other things, there's people that's many things. Come on, I mean, it's been alleged that by the woman who got shot in that club with Shine that night that it was Puffy that shot her dead in her face. That's been alleged. That's out there. Um, yeah, and I think there's a lot more probably out there. There's this incident recently where at a recording studio in California that they were involved in a shooting, or in a bathroom, and I don't know what's going on with that. Uh, then there's been alleged that all kinds of stuff, the Tupac stuff with Puffy, that's been alleged. Um, wow, we could be really seeing a learning experience. But with all the criminality, a lot of times what comes along with it is some sort of mental disorder on this level. I would not be surprised if he is not, s- in serious need of psychiatric help too. But hey, whatever, we're gonna find out. That's his personal business. That's his personal business. We don't need to uh go there. It will come out. It will be revealed, and the court will do all that work. The criminal court, they will. I mean, because that's how they assess criminals too. When they process you, they want to know, are you mentally okay? Where, because they want to house you, so they need to know if you have any illnesses, sicknesses. They process you today, so um, people will be finding out those things. It's going to be public record. But what's up with this? Hold on, what's taking these folks so long? Okay, more people coming out. So is the attorney not going to give an announcement, or is it just that since it's been denied, they're taking a little extra preparation, or what is this? All right, well, hmm, ain't much we could do, folks. You just gotta wait. Uh, Let me double check the back channels.
shady grooves gonna show you how. Just to move your feet or get out your seat. You got to listen to the sounds of the funky beat. The first thing that we like to say when you grooving with us, we like to say to the big brother Smitty and Wood. To everybody from out of Wakefield, yeah. To the sweet lady Linda and Lily. Hit me one time, fellas. Whoever like say. To the big brother Shine and Tony. To the big brother go for them bird. To everybody from the TC2. One time, fellas. Whoever like say. To the big brother people and bird. To everybody from the WNS. To everybody jamming up the way for them. To the party fellas. Don't do it for the ladies and the gents at the party on the weekend, having fun, yo. Don't do it for the ladies and the gents at the party on the weekend, having fun now. Now all the fellas in the band, won't you lend a helping hand to the ladies in the party, working that body, y'all. Rat sock people can groove now. I said what? Special dedication going out there about Mile Wakefield, yo. Nothing comes to it. And also got very special dedication going to everybody from TC, yo. And that highway crew. Say what that. Hey there, world. Cause we got a long night to go with her. Come on, fellas. Don't know how. Say shady crew. Come show you how. Just move the feet and get out your seat. The way you let it sounds of the funky beat. The first thing that we like to say when you move with us, we like to say to the big brother John and Rob. To everybody from out of Wakefield. To the little big brother from GW High. One time, stop. What we like to say. To the big brother Hood and Shine. To the big brother Tony and Raphael. To the sweet lady Valley and Felicia. Talk it to me now. How you feel tonight? So everybody's looking out in sight now. Funk it up, funk on up now. Say what now? Gonna do the left all the L Cosby crew, y'all. Beat funk now. Oh, ride that socket, y'all. Now we got special dedication out. Going out there. The big brother from Unity, y'all. Now people just later on in the show now. Put your hands together and welcome Shady Groove! If you ain't funkin' and you don't know how, say Shady Groove's gonna show you how. Just to move your feet or get out your seat. You got to listen to the sounds of the funky beat. The first thing that we like to say when you groovin' with us, we like to say to the big brother Smitty and Wood. To everybody from out of Wakefield, yeah. To the sweet lady Linda and
Yes, as word is circulating through media outlets, Sean Diddy Combs is to remain in jail. And now we are just waiting for the attorneys to come out and make whatever public statements they want to make. Um, yeah, that's a big verdict. So, it's possible they need time to prepare, especially the defense. Sean Combs's attorney, since he's a media mogul, they have to spin it. Understandably so, but that's going to be very telling. but um, but that's what we want to know too. That's what the trolls want to know. That's what social media wants to know. We're all here patiently waiting to know what the deal is, what excuse they're going to make, what the spin is going to be, what their perspective is from the Combs camp, and then possibly, who knows, maybe the prosecution might come out. Maybe the federal government might come out and make a statement. Um, who knows? But we're here patiently waiting. Thank you for waiting with us, waiting with me. Um, we're gonna see what it do today. Yeah, so far it hasn't been that exciting. They kind of took the sting out of it. This is where it's different from Trump. Trump, they haven't gotten his ass quite in jail yet, but Diddy, they have. So they got him in jail, and the appeal didn't work this time. He's not getting that love from the courts. Um, yeah, but I hope everybody's having a good day. Um, I don't know what the weather is like. What part of the country you from? I know some of y'all from Texas, of course, and others are from Europe. Others are from the East Coast, and California is also love me froze in Cali. Um, yeah, let me know where you from in the world. Uh, are they coming out now? Let me do some checking, y'all. Okay, maybe something's about to happen. Oh, please make sure you fill out the poll. If you don't see it in the chat, it is asking if you believe he should remain behind bars or if you think he should be allowed to be set free. Fill it out. I'm going to check it out and see what the results were actually right now while we waiting. People waving. All right, it looks like folks about to come out now. Get some kind of announcement going. Um, this is what we've been waiting for, the official word. We got the word from the court, but we want to hear from the attorneys, their official public statement after this ruling. And so far that hasn't happened yet. They haven't come outside of the court, so hopefully they will be coming very soon now. Let me put the chat in subscriber mode. If you subscribe, then after 1 minute, you can hop in the chat. If you're not already subscribed. What's up, Donnie? As you see, we sitting here waiting for the defense attorney to come out and make their public statement. But the official word from the judge is Sean Puffy Combs will remain behind bars. The defense attorney hasn't come out of the court building yet to make the official statement, but it has gone through the judge and the word is out in all media, basically at this point. Now, wow, wait a second. The results of the poll so far are 67% of people believe he should stay behind bars, and 33% believe he should be allowed to go home. Okay, that's interesting. 33%. Okay. Well, yeah, those numbers aren't bad. But more people believe he should stay behind bars. But yeah. What do you think? Do you think the man has a drug problem that requires immediate attention? And if so, do you think jail would be a good place for him to the federal pen would be a good place for him to get some rehabilitation? Uh, what are your thoughts on that? Okay, are they about to come out or what? It seems to be a lot of people leaving, but hold on. Let's see. Okay, you can see this is Sean Combs' sons. All of his sons are there. They don't seem too happy at all. Uh, that's all three of his sons. They do not seem happy at all. Um, wow. And hopefully the attorney is coming out right now. True, bro. True, Donnie. Wow, his sons did not seem happy at all, man. They seemed, and I don't blame them at all. I actually feel sorry
Thank
for
you.
them.
Unlike our normal historic movie contest, we're all so
Exactly.
exactly.
Well, his sons have come out
Like
now.
4 hours.
His sons have come out, and
I
now we're
think that
waiting
you
for the
sent me your
defense
heart.
attorney to come out and give an
But we're
official
all gonna
statement. But the word is
head
that Sean Puffy Combs will remain behind bars for now. And yeah, until another court wants to look at it. But so he's been denied twice now bail, and it appears he's going to be staying in jail until the trial. Um, his sons just left the courtroom now, and we're waiting for the defense attorney to leave and make a public statement on behalf of the defense and Sean Puffy Combs. Uh, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this. I don't wish harm on any person, but you know, so I don't wish harm on Sean Puffy Combs, but justice is what this is all about. Okay, here comes the attorney for Sean Puffy Combs. Let it rock.
Good afternoon, everybody. We made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way. The fight continues. We're not we're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult and I believe inhumane housing conditions in the special housing unit in the Metropolitan Detention Facility. And I'm going to do everything that I can to move his case as quickly as possible. I understand that the government has a great amount of electronic devices that they have to download and provide to me, but everything's on the government's timetable. Nothing's on the defendant's timetable, and they're going to have to accommodate me and him and give us a quick trial. And I'm going to be pushing for that. He's ready. He's focused. He has been ready to defend this case since he first found out about this case. Nothing has changed from his perspective. I obviously would much prefer to fight this case with him out of jail, and we are going to try to bring that about through additional legal process. But wherever he is, his resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent, and we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer. I'm not really going to take any questions, but at this point, we are moving forward. We're preparing for trial as we speak, and we are considering our next steps and appealing the court's ruling from today. All right. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. You're doing good. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll do that. In the past, Essex County, New Jersey, it's a county facility, but it has a contract with the federal government, and you can get a certain number of federal inmates in Essex County, New Jersey. And in my experience, it's an easier place to deal with. I think it's better for the person being housed there, and it's easier to get access, to him. I mean, one of the hardest things when you're preparing for a very significant trial with a great deal of discovery is you want your client to be able to have access to the electronic discovery. Nothing nowadays is in paper form. Everything's electronic. So you need to make sure that your client has access to a computer and that it can look at the discovery that comes in. So that was my idea. All right. I'm going to go. Thank you. He's good. Thank you.
Right. So there it is, folks. we got a chance to hear from the attorney, lead attorney for Sean Puffy Combs. He indeed got denied his bail. So he's incarcerated now pretty much until the trial is finished, right? And yeah, and that's it. His sons left the courtroom. They seem very, very sad indeed, as I would be also. I wouldn't ever wish anything on any children or any of his family members, because after all, the trouble that he's in is the trouble that he put himself in. It's not the children, it's not the other people adjacent. They're just kids. But in any case, Puffy is going to be in jail until his trial is finished, and it don't look good. Just my opinion. It doesn't look good for Puffy at all. Um, whether his attorney is good or great, I don't think the attorney's that great myself. But then again, look at the client. What can you argue on behalf of your client? You're going to court arguing things when every time you say something, somebody pulls out a videotape of your client beating a woman and dragging her down the hallway and beating her down the hallway, kicking her. You know, how can you argue against that? I mean, so no matter what the argument is, this man beats women for some reason. That's just what the result is of it. It's very clear. It can't be clearer than that, you know. But yeah, yeah. This has really been. This is an interesting situation. It's a sad event. It is not something. I don't feel good about it. Actually, I mean, I don't feel like celebrating, but I understand that for victims of persons like Puffy. I If you were celebrating, I don't even think anybody's celebrating yet because there's no verdict. But for the victims, at least him remaining behind bars is a sign that the courts are starting to take this stuff serious. Yeah. Let me see something here. What Donnie said, they could only argue they were willing participants. I mean, I'm not well, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but from what I hear, the approach of the prosecution is that they, um, have kind of taken that into account that some people might have been. But I think the answer to that ultimately, Donnie, is okay. So, is there coercion according to the law? The How the law defines coercion, and what is coercion? What was used to coerce people? Um, and if you say alcohol was used, drugs was used, threats of violence and physical violence was used, then it seemed like it's hard to argue against coercion when you can prove all those things exist. But hey, I'm sure there's some people that were willing. To what extent they were willing, I'm not sure, but I don't think that's a good argument for all those people. But let me uh let me take this off the screen real quick. Sorry about that. Boom. Yeah. So yeah, it's been interesting. I don't feel good about it, but it is a little bit of justice him stand behind bars regarding victims of people like this. And Sean Puffy Combs, I believe he's in the worst situation you want to be in as a defendant. And I think the only way you get that way is if you're just out of control. And I believe that's just what it comes down. The man went is just out of control, abused a lot of people, committed many crimes, likely, and and people pay for it when they do that, especially when you're incorporating physical violence, threat of physical violence, also drugging people. Yo, all of that is supposed to be considered foul, bad. looked down upon. Let me see here. What did Andrea say? Donnie, they probably could have until the beatdown video came out. Yeah, exactly. That would have been an argument many people would make. And that's the problem. That video exists. And every time any question is asked, that video is going to appear. And as a reminder, because it's admitted into evidence. So it's been accepted into the court. It's going to go through into the trial too. It's one of the main pieces of evidences. That unless maybe that defense attorney can argue that you can't use that tape in the trial. No, that's gonna be tough. I would like to see them make that case though, if they could. But damn, that would be a scandal. But in any case, everyone's seen it anyway. So the jurors maybe not, but there's other ways to getting that tape in there. I don't see how anyone could argue it away, but there's a lot of other evidence as well. So on that note, folks, I appreciate everybody coming through. Click the like button. If you haven't subscribe and share the video so we get more like-minded folks in on the conversation. As a matter of fact, let me drop the link right now and just see if there is some commentary out there in the public. You just come on and hop up. Here is the link. You just click on the link and come into the StreamYard, and you can voice your views regarding Sean Puffy Combs and today's events, him being denied bail again, and all the shenanigans, all his shenanigans. I don't think Sean Puffy Combs got a chance in hell. I think they're going to take everything. And I think, they're going to go hard on these kind of crimes, because if you want to limit these crimes, you have to go hard on them. And, but I hope in terms of the culture of the music industry, I hope that somebody does something about that. Because in my view, Sean Puffy Combs is just one person inside of a culture in the music industry that is like lawlessness, secrets, all kinds of all of the same stuff, all these same elements, just wrapped in another person's name. There's many Sean Puffy Combs out there. Let me see here. What did Andrea say? I think so, because it speaks to his character. That's worth checking into. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got the link. I just dropped the link down here. Anybody want to hop up? You just hop up and speak your mind about Sean Puffy Combs and what you think about him being denied bail, and what do you think in general about this case. And if nobody wants to hop up, that's okay. I'll be back live tomorrow as well, and late, and also this weekend a few different times. So obviously I'm going to be going live on the political situation with Kamala Harris, Trump, getting back into that a little bit, because that's nonstop. Now Kamala Harris, she hasn't stopped to check in on Diddy, and I'm sure Trump hasn't either. But this is an interesting thing, though. I did read this. There was an idea put out there in social media that what if Diddy wrote to Donald Trump and declared his allegiance to Trump in the promise of a pardon? Do you think that would happen? What do y'all think? Do you think that would happen? That's been suggested in social media. Yeah, so I just wanted y'all to have that laugh. All right, now I'm gonna be out. I got to get out of here. I'll catch everybody later. I appreciate everybody. Y'all be good.
You're quite hostile. 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 You're quite hostile.
That's when I smack the shit out you. I smack the shit out. That's when